Hello and welcome back to the Salmon FM with me, Mitchell, and this is reviving the Zulus. So it's going to be my little rebuild series, and the first team up are Birmingham City, the team I've supported since a 5-year-old. If you're not familiar, Birmingham City are in an absolute state at the moment. The football that Karanka has got us playing has been absolutely diabolical, even though the club, the board of directors seem to think that they're... we're playing beautiful football, but how can you be playing beautiful football when you're 23rd in the table? So, yeah, it's very disappointing, and I'm going to see if I can rectify that and get us back into the Premier League. So, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. At least 50% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed, so if you could smash that subscribe button, it would make an absolute world of difference. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's jump in. So here we are Birmingham City, and let's just give you guys a brief sort of overspill. Now, Birmingham City spent years in the old Division 1, Division 2 and whatnot, all in the 80s, the 70s, the 90s. And in 2002, we had ourselves a nice little promotion via the Championship. Stayed in the Premier League for a couple of years, and then it was a bit of a yo-yo sort of situation. Had our greatest year in 2009-2010. The following year, we won the Carabao Cup, the Carling Cup at the time, and got relegated at the same year. And then since then, it's, as you can see, it's just been an absolute free-for-all. Since after this poor season under Lee Clark, we sort of stabilised, and then just went on the decline again. And yeah, this year we are probably facing our worst season on record. So I'm here to just revive us and see what I can do and see what I can take on with this team. Okay, I'm not going to do the full team. I'm not going to go through every single player that the club has got. However, I will pick out a couple of players that I quite like, especially some of the new players that have come in. First one is Ivan Sanchez. He was signed in the summer from Elche. I think watching him so far this season in real life, he's been absolutely fantastic. I'm quite excited to see what I can do with him on the game. Apparently, from what I've heard from other people that have been Blues, he can be quite a little bit overpowered. So I'm interested to see. Next up, we've got Mikel San Jose. Now, on paper, he has a fantastic sort of CV, but watching him in real life, I've not been impressed. I'm hoping he can be impressive on the game, though. So, yeah, I think he may get a downgrade when the update comes in February or March, whenever it will be. But yeah, I can definitely see he'll be a downgrade. Riley McGree next, and a guy that's actually come in on loan from a club that don't yet exist in Football Manager. I think they might be coming into it next year if you play on. I'm pretty sure they pop up there. Well, they would because we've got him on loan. But Charlotte, they don't actually play yet. They're in the American MLS, and I think that'll be next year. So we have got him on loan for this season, and I'm quite excited to see how he gets on. Okay, so going with the lock, stock and barrel tactic that I will talk through a little bit more. This is the squad depth. So we do have Everidge as a goalkeeper, formerly of Cardiff. We also have Anders Prieto as a backup. Your three centre backs there are easily going to probably be San Jose, Clark Salter and George Friend. Harley Dean providing a little bit of competition, as well as Mark Roberts as well. So I think I'm well versed in the centre half position. As a left wing back, though, we've only got really Pedersen, and right wing back we've got Maxime Collins. So those are definitely two positions I will have to look at this transfer window. Central midfield, again, we've got a good healthy set of players. Sunich, Riley McGree, Clayton, David Davis and Gary Gardner, and there's a fair few more as well that I can mention, like Clefton Bowd. In attacking midfielder, Fran Villalba, who is out on loan, so I'll probably get him back for next year. You got Yonzarao, Crowley, Sanchez, and obviously McGree can play up there as well. And then up top we do have Zhukovic, Bella, and Hogan, as well as Leko, who's just been signed for who's been signed from West Bromwich Albion for £1 million. So I hear you crying tactic. So the tactic I am going to start with, and I do change it later in the episode, and make sure you're watching because the tactic I change it to is mwah. But then I also introduce a third tactic, and yeah, it gets all interesting from there. But the tactic I am starting the season with is a lock, stock, and 2 smoky barrels. It's something I put together during the lockdown tournament season 3. Put together while I was playing as Monaco, and yeah, I quite like this tactic. I have tweaked it slightly since that tournament. I have changed from having 2 strikers to having 2 attacking midfielders, and yeah, if you do want to take a little screenshot of that and have a little play with it yourself, by all means. I will do a video later regarding the actual tactic and going through it myself in detail and seeing how it would get on in a simulation with a lower league team and a higher team. But yeah, that's for the future. Right, so let's have a little nose at the staff. Okay, so if you were familiar with any of my FM20 stuff, you'll know that I am a big supporter of reworking your staff. You've got to have the best staff brought in. You've got to focus on bringing them in, and yeah, this gives me something to work with. So the staff I do have, I will probably get rid of. Maybe not the goalkeeping coaches, but the rest of them I may get rid of and just rebuild a whole new backroom team and have it my way and have it done to how I like it. So a little look at the schedule. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm going to leave the tour of Holland in place, and yeah. Looking forward to it. So we're starting the season with Brentford, Swansea, Rotherham, Stoke, and Sheffield Wednesday. Good opening start to the season there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to how I'm going to get on. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit here, and as you can see, I've worked on the staff, and I've got them almost perfect all over the shop. But you should see some of the names that I brought in. So there you have it. My new assistant manager, I got rid of Karanka's brother, David. I brought in Mikhail Forsell, which I think is not an assistant manager on the game. I think he's down as just a normal coach. But I brought him in as my assistant, and I figured there's no one better to sort of bring in and trust with doing what I want to do. Getting some of the old faces in. So I've also brought in ex-Blues goalkeeper Mike Taylor. I also signed ex-Blues player John McCarthy as well. And I do have eyes on trying to bring in Michael Johnson and Stephen Clements as well, but they wouldn't want to move. Well, they didn't want to move anyway. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to look if I can add more coaches. I will try and bring them in as well, and properly try to get an old player sort of basis and get them into the club. But yeah, I'm absolutely stoked with the results I have there. Right, a couple of the ins now, and if you remember me saying we were quite short in left wing back and a right wing back position, so that's been the main focus of my transfers. I did bring in Ethan Laird from Manchester United on loan. Absolutely quality wing back here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs this year. He probably will be my number one right wing back. Well, my number one right back. So yeah, I'm definitely keen to see how he gets on this year. Okay, so out on the left, I brought in Jake Bidwell as well. Not the fanciest of players, and definitely not a youngster. But I have brought him in basically just to play back up to Pedersen. I don't think I was ever going to replace Pedersen as number one choice, unless I found someone special. But yeah, I brought in Jake. I'm happy with Jake, and I'll see how he gets on this year. Now, I didn't really need another striker at the time, but I've went and done a booty special and brought in this kid, Adam Ida. Now, I didn't really know how good he was until I've seen some of Bood's episodes. And it was a no-brainer bringing him in, especially when Scotty Hogan got injured. It was already done and dusted anyway, so Adam Idle was always going to come in to be competition for Duke and Scotty Hogan as well as Bella. But when Hogan got injured, it was a no-brainer. It was like, yeah, perfect decision to make. And as you can see, he's made a couple of appearances already. There was one noticeable out during the transfer window, and that was David Davis. Brilliant servant to the club. I absolutely love Digger, especially that goal against the Vile to all square the second City derby. But yeah, it was time to move him on, and I made £500,000 out of it. So how have we been getting on in the league? Wow, it is only 4 games old, obviously, with the coronavirus delaying the year and Football Manager sticking to the new sort of schedule. Yeah, we've only played 4 games, 2 wins, a draw and a defeat, but I did tweak the tactic slightly. Okay, so I got rid of the 2 attacking midfielders and I swapped it back to 2 strikers, and yeah, probably for the best having the 2 strikers. It worked that way a lot better. I didn't quite like the way pre-season went with having the 2 attacking midfielders, so yeah, definitely the way to go, having the 2 strikers instead of the 1. Okay, so we had our youth intake, and apparently we have one very good English goalkeeper from Sutton Coldfield, and there's a attacking midfielder that should we keep an eye on. So it's not really what I was hoping for in terms of a golden age for the club, but it's still something to look forward to. But how have we been getting on in the league? So after 23 games, we find ourselves just outside the playoff spot and very much within a shout. We are going toe-to-toe with Middlesbrough, Watford, so we're not too far behind these teams, and we're definitely in a hunt. If you'd offered me playoff spots at the start of the season, I'd take it. I would have snapped your hands off, and I would have taken it without hesitation. So I told you at the start I was swapping and tinkering with tactics, and I would like to introduce you to the Volante. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I absolutely love the position, the role of the Segundo Volante, and if I could ever bring the tactic into play that has a Volante at the heart of it, then I would. And I finally have come up with something that I think is brilliant. It's never going to win you a game 8 or 9-0. Even 5 or 6. 3 or 4. This is a tactic that will win you games 1-0, 2-0, or draw you games 0-0, 1-1. It's very much set up to soak up pressure and then smack them on the break. So that is what I've been working on, and it's a tactic that I have used for the majority of the season. But there is another tactic that I will be deploying in our next game. Now, I'll tell you what the next game is in a few moments. But yeah, the other tactic is shithousery. So, pardon the French. I'll probably probably have the YouTube police out on slapping me on the wrist for the language. However, it is pure shithousery. Definitely set up to defend, and hit you where you least expect it. It's very much like the Segundo Volante. It's where I've taken the sort of concept off. I've just tweaked, obviously, how you set up and things like that. So, yeah. I'm pleased with both tactics. And, yeah. We'll see how they get on in the coming months. Okay, so we have had our youth intake, and it wasn't the best. We do have a defender that's a decent young prospect, and a goalkeeper that might be okay, as well as a winger. So much for the was it centre mid that we predicted? So yeah, not the best, but not the worst. It could have been better. Could have been worse, but hopefully I can develop Stephen Mitchell into a world-class centre-back, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see how he develops in the coming episodes, so yeah. Right, before we see how we have been getting on in the league, let's just have a recap and see how we've been getting on in the cups. So the Carabao Cup, the first round we played Colchester and a nice comfortable 3-1 win. As you can see there, I was still using the 2 attacking midfielders. I abandoned it pretty much straight after this game. I think it just didn't sit right with me. Second round saw us draw 1-1 with Gillingham and scrape through on a penalty shootout. Wasn't impressed with the boys' performance there, but for Birmingham City fans that are still watching, look who is in the centre of midfield. I gave him a debut. I gave him his first start. Didn't really reward me, but Son Bernard played a game. Third round saw us take on Brentford. Nice little 1-0 win. Very happy, very pleased to get on. And the wins just kept coming in the Carabao Cup. Nice 3-1 win against Lincoln City. I think we were quite lucky to win this 3-1. They were definitely in the game. Definitely took it to us, but we managed to get the win in the end. Now this one surprised the hell out of me. We went full shithousery and we absolutely battered Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle, they played their first teamers, but for some reason, whatever reason, they just could not get anywhere near my boys in this formation. And I took that into the next round, which is where we lost 3-2 to Manchester United. We took them all the way. They needed a 92nd minute equaliser from Bruno Fernandes. I was absolutely gutted that we couldn't hold on and beat them 2-1 to get into the final, but they did go on to beat Norwich in the final, Man United, so at least we lost to the eventual winners. As for the FA Cup, it was again it's a penalty shootout that got us through 2-1 against 2-2 against Swansea, nicking it on penalties. But yeah, I generally can't really say that I was too pleased with the fact that we drew. We were definitely the better team and absolutely battered them on the pitch. But we still made it through thanks to a penalty shootout, which would take us to Leicester City. Again, we fell to Leicester 3-2, like we did United in this tactic. But, you know, it just proves that you can take the game to the big boys. And, yeah, you're talking about Leicester that's got a top 6, top 5 squad of players that should be beating us quite comfortably. But we took the game to them. And if it wasn't for a very, very abysmal first half, we could have been walking away with a win. As for the league, as you can see, we are still in the playoff picture. Now, I am sort of optimistic that we can get to the automatic promotion places, but I'm going to be a realist and say no, we're not. We're going to sort of have to be content with a playoff spot. My first task is going to be securing that playoff spot, because I've got a feeling that we may just completely fizzle out now and drop below QPR and lose out on that spot. But we'll have to wait and see. And yeah. Okay, so the running was interesting. And as you can see from the screen, we are in the playoff final. We faced Watford in the semi-final, beating them 2-1 at home. That was followed with a 2-1 win away. And it set up a nice game against Reading, which is our live com for today. I'm super excited. I'm hoping we can celebrate together with victory. I'm not going to wait around any longer. Let's get into today's game. Okay, so formation-wise, I am going to stick with the shithousery. It is the formation I used in the playoff semi-finals to get me past Watford. So, yeah, I'm going to stick to it and hopefully it can do us the business. Okay, so we are on the way. I am terrified that we will fail here. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very nervous. So, yeah. Last time we played Reading, We drew 0-0. Yep, I've still got the fans turned off, so never mind. Last time I played Reading, we drew 0-0. And they ended up with 8 players getting yellow cards. And here we go. Oh, I thought the nerves had set in there for us, and I thought they were going to get through. I'm going to give them a bit of encouragement here. As Pedersen takes it, it's cut out straight away, and can we get there? Sunic. Oh, that's a foul. It's through the back. Referee have words. As San Jose brings it forward, finds Sunic, he finds Pedersen, he finds Terrell, he finds Laird. Ethan Laird. He finds Bella, who's a bit further wider than the lad, and I thought it was done. I thought it was going to be done. That's because Fingy Laird's a inverted wing back, isn't he, in this formation, as opposed to complete wing back. Ivan. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I thought it was going to be the opener. Saying that, I have found in this formation, and the way I set it up, I think I must have done something with the set pieces as well, because we've scored quite a few corners, and I know other people have mentioned that the people can't seem to score from corners. So I don't know whether I'm just waffling there. Okay, this game is definitely full of all the nerves, and here we go. Reading gets it over the bar. Michael Morrison, ex-Blues player. Okay, so half-time has come. As you can see from the stats up there, it is a very, very tight and nervy game. Neither team giving an inch. I'm going to try and cheer up the boys and see if we can actually get on in the second half and do some damage. So I've told the boys that I expect a performance in second half. Let's go out there and do it for the fans. Let's give them promotion. It's what they want. But yeah, I can just see this going a little bit Pete Tong, if I'm perfectly honest. I might swap out Adam Ida. He's not having his best game, is he? Let's get the Duke on. It's Lard. Oh, I thought it was going to curl in. I thought it was going to curl. But that can't be the highlight. So this could be one of their counter-attacks. Well, I say counter-attacks. It's a Reading thing. Oh no, it's a shite kick. As Bayer finds Crowley, who finds Jon Terrell, who finds Adam Ida, who I'm taking off. And he's just scored, even though I'm taking him off. I'm still going to take him off. But come on! Come on! It's been a while since our last highlight in the goal. I'm hoping for no mistakes here, boys. Come on, don't mess it up. As Jeremy Bayer brings it forward, whip it in, whip it in, whip it in. No, he's lost it. Oh, he's going to pick it up, I think, though. Gets it in the box. Oh, I thought he'd done it. Oh, they're not going to counter now, are they? Oh, no, they're going to come and counter. Sonny Aluko, former Blues player, isn't he? Oh, no, he's going to... Penalty, is it? Oh, no foul. It's cleared though. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, there we go. Last highlight of the game. Maybe. Still 4 or 5 minutes of injury time to go. Nothing silly, Sunic. Duke finds Sunic. Finds Pedersen. Pedersen, don't lose it. Oh, he's going to be sent off. Come on, we've got the numbers advantage now. Come on. Come on. No idea why, but we didn't get the ceremony at the end of the game. Now, I would say it's because I got the crowds and whatnot turned off, but we've just got promotion, boys. We've just got bloody promotion. That there is pure. I cannot wait to get stuck into next season already. Guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We're going up, boys. We're going up.